Hi Cancer, this is going to be your general reading for April. Instead of doing the work-life reading alongside, I've decided to do a relationship reading. So this will be for all of you that are already in a committed relationship. Here in the UK this weekend, it is Easter. So for those of you that do celebrate Easter, I would just like to say a happy Easter to all of you. Now, starting with your general reading, the first card you have is the Magician. Now, the Magician it's about having that idea about something, okay? And, and wanting to manifest something. The thing with the Magician, it is about realizing that you do have all the ingredients, all the tools in front of you to be able to make what it is that you're thinking about, wanting to do, to make it a reality here and put it into action. But the thing with the Magician, you can't just sit back after having an idea and just thinking that it's just gonna kind of all miraculously happen on its own. You yourself have got to help make this a reality. As I said, it's about you knowing that you have everything you need at your disposal. The next card you've got is the Ace of Cups. Now, this is in your past position, but it's coming through. So the past coming through here. You've got the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning, okay? A new beginning with something on an emotional level. Something to do with your feelings and your emotions. Now, it could be that you're wanting to manifest a new relationship here. It could be for some of you that you're wanting to manifest, the option, the possibility, I should say, of reconciling a relationship. But in the recent past, as I said, you've got that Ace of Cups there, which is a newfound emotional experience. Here in your present, you've got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can be that spiritual teacher, that mentor. But the Hierophant also, in the Rider-Waite, he's got two keys on the floor in front of him. And it can be about unlocking the truth to something. And when we do that, it brings freedom. But also the Hierophant can be the card about marriage. Are some of you, wanting to make that commitment to somebody else. And the Hierophant can be about tradition, doing something the way it's always been done, okay? The next card you've got in your advice position is the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is focusing heavily on something that you've lost, something emotional. Sometimes it can be a card about regret. Sometimes it can be a card about wanting to make an apology to somebody. The thing is, there's still two cups standing, so there's still somebody else around you that is offering you support, that may be offering you their love, their feelings, their emotions. In your environment, we have the Four of Cups. Now, if we look at this Four of Cups, this cup up here is the biggest out of all of them. And it is very much like that cup in the Ace of Cups. And in this card, in the Rider-Waite, he's not looking at any of the cups. But in this one, it's like he is looking up to this Ace of Cups. Maybe being slightly interested or tempted in some way. But the Four of Cups generally is a card about feeling emotionally blah, as though, what's being offered to you is not what you really want. With that Ace of Cups coming through from the past, is it that, you've had somebody new enter your life, but it's not what you really want. Are you focusing still on somebody from your past? In your hopes and fears, we have the Seven of Swords. And this card has been coming out a lot today. And the Seven of Swords is sneaky, deceptive. The thing with the Seven of Swords is it can talk about somebody that is either thinking of doing something or has done something wrong, something they know they shouldn't have done, and they think they've got away with it. But also the Seven of Swords can be about sneaking away, wanting to get away from something, but not being prepared to inform the other person, you know, kind of sneaking out the back door. That energy where you come home and you find that somebody's packed their bags and gone, and you know, with no explanation. But it's in your hopes and fears. It's not something you're hoping for. It's something you're fearing. You're fearing that somebody is being sneaky or doing something wrong here. Your outcome is the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden or too much responsibility on your shoulders. Carrying a heavy burden because of something that's weighing heavily on your shoulders. Or like I said, just too much going on here. You know, we've got this fear of somebody being sneaky, or is it a fear that you, Cancer, are being sneaky and you're fearful that you're going to get found out? That Magician right there at the beginning, you know, wanting to manifest something here, and that Ace of Cups coming through from the past. Three other cards for you. We've got the Seven of Cups here. And the Seven of Cups is about choices. But it's about making the right choice. It's about not allowing yourself to fantasize, getting caught up in your own illusions here. But also making sure that you don't allow yourself to get caught up in others' fantasies and illusions. It's about dealing with reality here. But the Seven of Cups is about options. It is about choices. Then we have the Six of Pentacles here. And the Six of Pentacles is a card about making sure that those scales are evenly balanced. That if we're talking about a relationship here, there has to be an equal amount of give and take. It can't be where somebody's doing all the giving and somebody's doing all the taking here. And the last card you've got is the Empress. Now the Empress, you know, as a person, the Empress, she's somebody that's very loving, very kind, very nurturing, very protective energy. And the Empress can talk about emotional and material abundance here. But the Empress also is the birth of something new. It can be about pregnancy. I'm not picking that up here. But it can be, as I said, the birth of something new here. I have to, you know, confess, Cancer, I'm not entirely sure on what's going on here. we're going to move over to your relationship reading, okay? Now, the card that we've got at the center is the Magician. So we've got a repeating card here. So as I said, wanting to manifest something here. You know, are you wanting to manifest a relationship with somebody? Is it somebody from your past? You know, are you wanting, you know, a deeper commitment with somebody here? But you've got this Five of Cups here, and in the environment you've got the Four of Cups. Are you offering something to somebody else, and they're the ones that are not interested with that Four of Cups? The first card you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles to me does talk about a long-term relationship. It talks about a relationship where, you know, there is shared finances, a home. You know, it talks about extended members of each other's families, generations. So we're talking about a relationship here, not with somebody new, but somebody that you have known for some time. But is it, Cancer, that with that Magician there, that you are hoping to manifest this type of relationship with somebody you've recently met? That, as I said, you're wanting there to be more commitment here. You're wanting that traditional type of relationship with somebody. But maybe the other person, if we look over here, maybe the other person is the one that's having some reservations about this. On your partner's side, we have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords, it does suggest heartbreak and sadness. Sometimes it can be a third-party interference, but I don't like to always say that. For me, sometimes the Three of Swords can be about needing to get to the heart of the matter and doing that with communication. The next card you've got is the Two of Cups. And this is in, you know, what you're thinking and feeling here. You know, you're talking about a relationship here with somebody that you feel is like-minded. Somebody that you feel is on the same page to you. Somebody that, you know, is offering their cup of love, their kindness, their friendship, their passion. Is this, Cancer, what you think you found with another individual? Is this something that you're hoping that you can manifest with this other person? On their side, we have the Lovers. And the Lovers, it can be a card about a choice. With that Three of Swords up there on your partner's side, is it a case that there is somebody else involved here? Do they have a choice to make between you and somebody else? The Lovers card also can be about making a commitment. Do they need to get to the heart of the matter with that Three of Swords in terms of whether they actually want to make a commitment to you? On your outcome, you've got the Ten of Wands again. So we've got another repeating card. It's feeling weighed down, Cancer. Yes, as I said with the Ten of Wands, it can be too much responsibility. But it can be that something is troubling you and something is weighing very heavily on your shoulders. The other three cards you've got, another repeating card, is this Four of Cups. We already had that in your environment position over there. The Four of Cups, as I said, if you look at this in this Rider-Waite deck, he's not really focusing on any. You know, he's sitting there with his arms crossed, this pouty look on his face as though, no, you know, whatever's being offered, it is not what I want. It's not bringing me emotional fulfillment here. We get the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is not a serious type of conflict as the Five of Swords. But the Five of Wands, it can be about people not listening to each other. People trying to, you know, get their voice heard, if you like. Getting their point of view across. And all it is that people are shouting over one another and nobody is listening here. Sometimes the Five of Wands can be a card about competition. You know, is it a case that there is somebody else involved here? And the last card that you got is the Death card. And the Death card does talk about an ending to something. But with every ending, there's a new beginning. Is that why the Magician's here? You know, because something is coming to an end, and you're wanting to manifest, you know, and have this relationship back again. Is the Death card to highlight that change is needed here, transformation is needed within this relationship if it's going to be able to continue? On your partner's side, they have the Knight of Cups here. So we could be talking about another water sign, a Cancer like yourself, a Scorpio, Pisces. It could be here to symbolize that this is what they're wanting from you, that they're wanting you to come in and offer this, you know, because the Knight brings things to us. And this Knight, you know, he's bringing this cup of his feelings and his emotions. The only troubling thing with the Knight of Cups is that sometimes what they offer, it doesn't always live up to the expectations. It doesn't always match, you know, what they've offered, what they've communicated to you. Like I said with this Seven of Cups over here, about not getting caught up in somebody's fantasies and illusions. You know, have promises been made here, Cancer, from you to another person or them to you? And, you know, promises about, you know, being together, making a commitment, living together, you know, any manner of things. And when it comes down to it, those things have not been put into action. They've just been empty words, empty promises. On their side, the other cards they got is the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is a card often about, you know, having cause to celebrate something. It can be moving in together. It can be an engagement. It can be marriage. The other cards they've got is the Queen of Swords. So, Cancer, are you involved with an air sign? You know, an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini. Is the Queen of Swords here to symbolize that they are, you know, that this is the energy of them? The sword being used for communication, and to get to the truth of something. And the last card they've got is the Empress. It's another repeating card, as we have the Empress over there. Like I said, the Empress, the birth of something new here. Maybe the Queen of Swords is here to symbolize that, you know, your partner is needing to tap into their logic, needing to be more logical when dealing with this relationship situation with you here. We've had so many repeating cards for you, Cancer, that I cannot have much doubt that both of these readings are definitely linked. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, Cancer. I've got a real tickle in my throat. Thank you. Bye.